Good morning, student. I'm Neetu. Today's our topic is constructor and destructor. What do you understand by the constructor? You know about the construction? That's like construction used to construct a building. In the OOPS, there is a constructor that is used to construct a object. If you want to construct an object, then we need a constructor that is by default working behind the code. But we need a constructor, then we can initialize our object automatically when it is created, then we use a constructor. The basic definition of the constructor is a constructor is a special member function whose main operation is to allocate the required resources such as memory and initialize the object of its class. मुझे कंस्ट्रक्टर की रिक्वायरमेंट इसलिए है कि जैसे ही मैं ऑब्जेक्ट को क्रिएट करूं वैसे ही कंस्ट्रक्टर की हेल्प से ऑब्जेक्ट इनिशियलाइज भी होना चाहिए बिकॉज अगर मैंने वेरिएबल तो डिक्लेयर कर दिए ऑब्जेक्ट मैंने क्रिएट कर दिया लेकिन जब तक मैं उसे इनिशियलाइज नहीं करूंगी दैट इज नॉट यूजफुल फॉर मी देन एट द टाइम ऑफ द क्रिएशन ऑब्जेक्ट वी नीड टू इनिशियलाइज इट देन वी नीड टू यूज कंस्ट्रक्टर there are some key points of the constructor we should have to follow to create a constructor. A constructor is a distinct from other member function of the class. It is also a member function but it is different from the other member function because it has the same name as its class. The constructor name and class name should be same because the constructor is a special type of member function. It is executed automatically when class instantiated. Means when object is created, it is called implicitly. Next, there is a note. The constructor has no return value, not even void. That's why we call it a special member function because it has no return type, even not even void. Every class must have at least one constructor. It is possible to define a class without any constructor. In such a case, compiler provides a default constructor which is invoked implicitly, automatically at the time of the object creation. According to OOPS, there is a constructor is automatically working behind the code, but when we create our constructor, the compiler should not provide you a constructor. The default constructor provided by the compiler does not take arguments. It is just like a dummy. Means the default constructor has no its body. It's only used for the create any object. Now the compilers provide the default constructor if and only if no constructor is defined in the class. If you define your own your constructor, then compiler should not provide your constructor. And there is a also point to be note, constructor can be defined as a public. Means it can be defined in the public section of the class. If we define as a private section of the class, then we cannot create any object. Now, the syntax of the creation of the constructor, that is first class is a keyword, then we define the class name, curly braces start, then first we define the data members. After that, we add the access modifier public, then we create a constructor. After that, we need to operate these member variables. We can also add the member function also. Now we can discuss this particular topic with an example. The example is, first of all, we using namespace standard as I told you the last class. Hash include iostream it is a header file. Now the class and the class name is box. I'll define as a class name as a box. There are three instance variable, or we can say the data members are introduced: width, height, and depth. Now in the public section, we define a function that is known as the constructor because the name of the class and the name of the function are same, and it does not have any return type, even void. Now we initialize these variables with the help of this constructor. The width initialized with the 10, height initialized with the 10, and depth is also initialized with the 10. Now we also introduce a member function named volume. Here we calculate the volume of the width, height, and depth, and also we print the value of the volume with the help of the cout. Now, in the main function, when the compiler enter in the main function, it will introduce a B1 object of the type of class box. B1, when we type the B1, it initialize the width, height and depth to 10, 10, 10 respectively. Now, if you want to calculate the volume of the box B1, we have to call the member function volume with the help of the B1 object. Dot is a period operator. Now, when we call the B1 dot volume, the control goes to the this member function and it will calculate the volume and print also. Now, last we have to return 0 to return 0 to the compiler, and the output of this program is volume is 1000. Thank you.